I got a real-life animator from the anime industry to animate my YouTube intro. They've worked on series such as My Hero Academia, The Summer Hikaru Died, The Apothecary Diaries, and Solo Leveling. And the end result is mind-blowing. This was such an interesting journey, and I got to learn so much about what it is to be an animator in such a grueling industry. But with every journey, there's a beginning. Okay, so it's 5 a.m. right now, and I'm about to go meet the animator to go talk about some ideas about the whole animation thing. Except it's 2025. We do communication only through the internet now. I did this montage for nothing. I'm not even hungry. Watch Chainsaw Man. What is going on, guys? Yeah, I was able to talk to a real-life animator for anime to do my YouTube intro, and I am super excited. Now, pretty much, I wanted a theme for this. Can you guess the theme? Can any of y'all guess the theme? I'll give you 1 second. I'll give you 1 second to ponder on what the theme possibly could be. What could the theme possibly be? What could it be? So pretty much I was scrolling through Twitter trying to find any sort of animator to work on a YouTube intro that represents the quality I want to push on this YouTube channel. Finally, I landed on one really talented artist, Axonomi. And this artist is just so talented. And once I saw their work, it was just like, I have to get them to animate my YouTube intro. So I shot them a message, and luckily for me, I was able to get their attention, and they were willing to animate a short little intro for me. So now that I have a theme, I kind of have to find a concept and just get super specific. Basically, the more specific, the better. And pretty much the concept that I wanted to do was specifically this one shot in My Dress Up Darling Season 1. It's the shot of Marin kind of peeking, and it's the POV of Gojo, and she's peeking in, checking in on him to kind of say like, hey, are you ready? When I saw this shot of Marin peeking in, I remember the butterflies like in my stomach. It was like, oh my god, she's real. They nailed her personality, her smile, and her invitingness, kind of in the same way when I first started reading My Dress Up Darling. That's kind of what I wanted to recreate with my kind of OC that's just based on Marin. And now that I have a concept and a theme, my job right now is to kind of get all the ideas in my head and just kind of make an outline, you know? This kind of is a collaboration effort, so I have to kind of be as clear and concise as possible to make the animator's job, you know, way easier instead of trying to fill in the gaps. I have all the stuff in my head, and I got a computer, so we're gonna go make that outline right now for who knows how long, but we're gonna cook. We're gonna make sure this is right, so we'll see you then. Since I already had a concept in mind, making the outline was pretty easy. The real challenge was making sure that my thoughts and ideas had no blind spots for when I passed them to the animator. Pretty much, I wanted to make sure that Axonomi's job was as easy as possible, meaning making my outline clear enough so that they can get to work without the need for any clarification on what I needed them to do. And after about an hour or so, okay, I think I am finally finished. On to the next one. Okay, so we are done with the animation notes, and I guess I'll just show you what what it looks like. Very candid, I know. I went pretty ham, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of wanted this, like, my character entering frame, then as they leave, it'll kind of, like, show the text behind me. I actually made a video off camera, just real quick, just in After Effects, I'll show you guys. There she is, there she is. So pretty much, pretend this is my guy. Boom. Boom. I don't really know what I'm gonna do with like the font or anything like that. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna animate it or kind of leave it like just kind of like a static font. I think we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I guess the one thing I also wanted to talk about was kind of like, I kind of wanted this bloom effect kind of on the video. A lot of these examples where there's kind of this like high sunlight effect and it just blooms everything out, kind of washes everything out, gives it this dreamy look. I kind of wanted to really nail that specific look. There's my character right here, and just kind of making sure that all the semantics of the design are kind of put into place. I don't know if Axonomi watches my Dress Up Darling. I assume if you're in the industry, you just kind of consume everything and really study everything. But either or, if you just don't know the actual specifics, this is obviously like one of my favorite characters, and Axonomi could absolutely hate Marin, for all I know. So yeah, pretty much wanted to make sure that, like, you know, on the right hand, we got a pinky ring, on the pointer finger, we had a ring, on the left hand specifically, yeah, and the 3 ball piercings and all that stuff. Oh, excuse me. The piercings with the industrial piercing and the 3 ball earring right there with the hoop, little hoop. All right, I'll stop. And I guess the last thing about the notes I'll show you right now is that I kind of wrote that because Marin actually has Shizukatan kind of charms and like plushies, like little plushie keychains. So, you know, I kind of wanted little Marin charms. I think it'd be really meta kind of to it, and I think it'd be really cool to have Marin charms instead of Shizukatan. But yeah, other than that, that's kind of my translation notes. But yeah, that was pretty much my animation notes. I think the only thing to do is honestly send it to Axonomi, and then if there's any other communication, that'll be that. The only thing I really can do is that if they have any sort of questions, I could clarify, but for the most part, I think I laid out kind of all the ideas that I had. It's up to the anime gods at this point, so I don't know when the next time I'll get an update on this, but you know what? We'll just cut to that. Oh, why hello there. It's been a while. Except for you, it's probably been a cut. It's been about 4 months, so I just got the latest update. This is essentially what is going to be the rough layout for my intro animation. I kind of wanted to show you guys like the structure of this, because now we have the full layout of kind of how it's going to look. So why don't we just take a look right here. So, and yeah, let's play it right from the beginning, and boom. So there it is, looping right there. Dude, this looks so good. These animators, man, they just like, this is only one person working on it. And sure, they're really talented, but this still does take a lot of work to do, because if you really look at it, oh, right there, actually, hold up. Look at that, dude. Look at the artistry at work here, like the full picture just like right here. Oh my God. I assume like this little blue outline over here, this is like what's gonna dictate like shading, I guess, and like shadows and colors, highlights, all that stuff for the future once you start coloring. This is the frame I was talking about, that inviting face that when I first saw Marin get animated for the first time, of just like, I can't believe she's real, like, you know, bringing the manga pages like to life. Dude, this is so sick. Obviously, it's just a rough layout. It seems like this is the only frame kinda truly drawn out for now. This is one person doing this. Axonomi, man. Like, you have to realize this is like, they are going to be drawing frame by frame. Kind of like when you were like a kid doing like a flip book. Kind of like that, but just like a more complicated version of that. But like, you have to realize it's gonna be like 1 drawing, 2 drawing, 3 drawing, 4 drawing, 5 drawings, 6 drawings, 7 drawings, 8 drawing, you know what I mean? So on and so forth. I'm gonna go ahead and say right now, I think this might be my favorite kind of like commission thing I've ever done in my entire life. Better than any Subway sandwich I've asked for, better than any piece of art. This is just next level, dude. I mean, I'm literally speechless, dude. I could watch this literally for just like hours. Man, I can't wait. Luckily for you, you don't have to wait, because the next time I see you, maybe it will be done, maybe? Anyways, we will cut to, I guess, when it's finished. So I will see you then. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. Today we have the final animation. It is now about a year after the last update, and this just goes to show how hard it is to animate, or at least be an animator. The one thing I truly wanted to show was how hard animators truly work to make just absolutely amazing stuff. So without further ado, so do we just watch it? Do we just watch it? I'm nervous. Woo, I'm nervous. Okay. I'm like too scared though. I shouldn't even be nervous. Why am I nervous? My heart's like beating. It's going to be great, right? It's going to be great. All right, without further ado, let's count down. 3, 2, 1. wait, what? No, hold up. Hold up, this is so cool, dude. This is so sick. Are you kidding me right now? That's not part of it, I don't think. I hope not. I hope that's just VLC like glitching out. Dude, I'm so blown away right now. Dude, this is insane. Dude, I'm speechless. I'm actually speechless. So one of the things that's like super like cool about this is like in the notes that I said, right, was like I wanted like this bloom effect. You kind of see it like right there in the corner, like this kind of really bloomy like sunlight effect. And you kind of see that a lot in like romance anime, like rom-com, slice of life kind of stuff. This is like the kind of like the same feeling I got when like watching My Dress Up Darling for the first time and just being like, holy shit, like this is real, like this character is like fully animated. This character looks so good. Like I love this style. I love the kind of feminine pretty boy kind of like look. It looks so good compared to like even like the art that I have. This is like my favorite version I have of this character. Like anime characters have like the kind of like just the line lips, and the one thing that kind of puts this over the edge is having the pinks of the lips show, because then that kind of gives like a more softer feminine kind of look that makes this character kind of like this pretty boy character. It's so cool. It gives this nice little touch to like who this character is. This is amazing. This like Pringle smile where like it looks like Marin has like 2 brain cells. Like I love that. Just absolute golden retriever energy. Super inviting, super welcoming. You could ask this guy to go have lunch with you and it wouldn't be a problem. You just met 5 seconds ago, no problem. You guys are best friends for life. So, wait, hold up. Did you catch that? Did you catch that? That's so sick. I can't believe they did that. Here, we'll bring it a couple frames forward. Right there. That's so sick, dude. I didn't even know if that was actually gonna make it through. I don't direct with an iron fist. I kind of just go, hey, can you do this for me? Like, please, if not, that's okay, kind of thing. These charms are supposed to be Shizuka-tan. Me, I'm obsessed with Marin Kitagawa. So, the one thing that I asked for was to actually replace those charms with Marin, kind of in like this really meta way. And they did that for me. That's so cool. Wait, how did Axonomi know? Wait, how did Axonomi know? Forget the Marin Kitagawa dolls. How did Axonomi know to get my flat ass? Do I got ass? I got no ass, I swear. That's the Great Wall right there. That is the Great Wall. How did they know? So the one thing I asked of Axonomi was actually to give me like behind the scenes stuff of this process. And luckily for me, they were super nice during this whole process and actually agreed to give me a lot of the behind the scenes stuff just so I could myself learn about the animation process and also maybe teach you guys, maybe if you guys didn't know anything. I wanted to just kind of show you the step-by-step process of what animation kind of is and how much work actually goes into just this like 5-second cut. This is the part of the video where I do voiceover because I had no idea what I was looking at. So right here we have kind of like, I don't even know what this is, I'll be perfectly honest with you. But after studying what Axonomi sent me, future Kitagawa sensei is here to school you. First up is the animation sheet. This is where the animator will determine on what frames they need to draw a keyframe, signified by the circled frame number. There are also dashes that signify an in-between frame, which are usually uglier looking frames that make the animation as smooth as possible. Up top we have info such as the episode number, title, cut number, duration, and the sheet number, which this animation only required 1. Series title Kitagawa. I made my own anime, guys. I've made my own anime. Next up is my personal favorite as a huge anime nerd, the Genga stage. You've probably seen these by chance of your favorite anime. Genga acts almost like the skeletal structure for the animation and shows every main keyframe without any in-between frames. This makes it easier to allow for timing within the action and to make sure the model is ensured to be consistent in its look. This will also ease any corrections if there are any early mistakes. You'll also probably notice the red and blue coloring, and this is to signify what will be shadow red or highlights blue. Next is the Doga stage. Doga is essentially your final cleanup, such as cleaning up any line work, except Axonomi is so goated that they usually make sure that the Genga is clean enough to use at final stages. This is also where an in-between frame animator will trace the Genga and add in-between frames to the animation to make sure the movement is more defined. From here, it is scanned for coloring and finalization. Next is the final color. This is the stage that determines how the main subject will be colored, taking out any post-compositioning and effects. If we see right there, there's like no post-processing. It looks like, kind of looks like Don almost. I kind of love the way this looks though. It literally looks like just like anything from like Science Saru, just that super flat color. So things like the coloring of the hair, blush, shadows, even the outline areas are super blunt and still need to be smoothed out and blended later to give a nice and natural look. Lines at this stage are left jagged during coloring because it allows for an easier coloring experience. From here, there's also a transparency check, where a black colored layer is overlaid on top of the subject, which allows for finding any missing areas that were left uncolored. After that, we have the background being made, which then the character is layered on top. And from there, we can add the effects I was talking about before, such as blending colors, smoothing out lines, shadows, and highlights, and adding that beautiful, beautiful bloom effect I requested. And that's your final product. So from beginning to end, it looks a little something like this. Do I have the rights to this? Do I have the rights to this, Axonomi? That's a weird question to ask. Do I have the rights to this? Do you have rights to this, or is this yours? Or, I don't know. Maybe something I really shouldn't ask right now, right? But yeah, in terms of this process, that's it. It's done. I have the full animation now, and I honestly want to really thank Axonomi for keeping me on and doing this project for me. Talking with Axonomi really made me see how hard animators truly work. The amount of blood, sweat, tears, countless hours, sleepless nights, I can't stress it enough how much they go through just for the sake of art. I can't even put into words how excited, how happy, how much I want to freaking cry, just like how good this piece of art is. And I know I'm just like a small drop in the pool of your work life, Axonomi, but like seriously, I cannot exclaim enough how grateful I am for you for doing this for me. So again, for the 100th time, for the millionth time, thank you. Hopefully you guys were able to like learn something about the animation process. I think it's super important that if you love something, I love anime so much, and I assume you guys watching too that were interested in this video love anime so much. I think it's super important to see how the sausage gets made, how meticulous and how hardworking the people that provide you your favorite thing. You guys will appreciate the things that you love more when you know exactly how it's made, the step-by-step process, and learning a thing or two about anime, or anything that you love, honestly. So let me know down in the comments below if you enjoyed this video and if you enjoyed learning about the anime process, because I know that I really enjoyed exploring the process of this and honestly getting something so great out of this. I think if I were to commission this, turn a blind eye, and just got this, I don't think I would have appreciated it as much as I do now, just looking through the different steps that it takes to actually create something like this. So again, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.